Hey guys, Prince of Macedon here. Gonna do a commentary video in the cinematic style that I used to use a lot. Anyways, Macedon versus the Suebi. I command the Macedonians. My opponent's name is verDAMmter Hart Vincent AUT, I guess that's Austria, and he's commanding the Suebi. And as you can see, we're both using fairly balanced armies. Like, we both have a good representation of melee, skirmish, and some mounted units. So we're fighting this battle somewhere in Harmozia, and I'm gonna move forward, and I will show you my troops first. I have one Royal Peltas, that's my general. I got three, I have three Thessalian Cav. There they are. Great for charges. I lowered their numbers in this battle. I went with three archers. Each has different types of upgrades. And then I have 6 units of regular pikemen. And finally, I have 5 units of thorax pikemen. So I'm very pike heavy, but I do have a sword unit in there, and I also have some archers and some cav. But that's the rundown of my army. I'm gonna move towards my opponent, and during this, my opponent's shifting his army around. I don't think it's quite ready yet. So he has 2 sword masters, 2 Germanic scout riders, 2 noble raiders, 4 longbow hunters, 2 berserkers, 2 bloodsworn, and 3 spirit walls. Let's go look at his troop composition here. One of his units are hidden. Actually, a lot of his archers are hidden, but he has 2 units of sword masters, one being his general. 2 units of Germanic scout riders. They are missile cav. 2 units of noble riders. And then he has 2 units of these berserkers. And then 2 units of the bloodsworn. They both have 2 experience upgrades. 3 units of the spirit wall here. And finally, I did say he has some hidden units, and that is his it could be his 4 units of longbow hunters. They're hidden in that clump of trees right there. My Thessalian Cav will scout ahead, and they will uncover them, so you'll see them in a second. There they are. Those are the longbow hunters. Very low-grade units. They were going to fire, then they changed their minds as my Cav got closer. He's going to pull up some of his melee units to scare away my Cav, so I'm going to pull my Cav back. So he gets some shots off, but they miss completely. And I'm going to move my archers towards those trees so I can duke it out with the units that are hidden in those trees right there. So those are my archers. They're ready to fire. And I will send my Cav against his Germanic scout riders soon. I forgot that they were skirmish Cav, so whatevers. So yeah, those are his units. They are becoming unhidden, so I will take shots at his longbow hunters as they come out. I want to get the first shots off. And I get tons of good kills on these longbow hunters as they try to retreat away from those trees. But you can see my Thessalian Cav in the background chasing after his scout riders, and his scout riders will just pull back and sprinkle my guys with javelins. But look at his unit of longbow hunters. They are going to go off the battlefield. And I will use the rest of my archers to start targeting the rest of his longbow hunters, as you can see. And I pulled back my Thessalian Cav. And as I see his noble riders come in, I'm going to come in for a countercharge. So I got my 2 Thessalian Cav here against his 2 noble riders. You can see his scout riders in the distance. And coming from the left right there, you can see 1 extra unit of Thessalian Cav. So I'll have 3 Thessalian Cav against his 2 noble riders. And he's going to have his 2 scout riders on the outside, peppering my guys. And you can see his longbow hunters that they were blinking in the back. Not doing too well against my archers. So I managed to charge on all sides against his noble riders. But his scout riders will just sit out there and just sprinkle my guys from afar. This can be quite destructive, actually. Not to mention his noble riders are pretty good in a fight like this. But those are his scout riders. They carry little javelins, which they will throw. And I will bring my archers back this way towards the Cav fight to ward off his scout riders. Because he already pulled back his longbow hunters when they were getting beaten by my archers. So I'm going to pull my regular archers and shoot it out with his scout riders. So one of his noble riders pretty much bit the dust. He has 1 unit left right there, I believe. Those are my archers. Taking shots now at his scout riders. So my units are blinking, as you can see. But I destroyed one of his noble rider units, but he still has another unit of noble riders who fled. But they're still on the battlefield. They haven't fled off the battlefield. They just moved away, as you can see right there. And he's going to pull his scout riders away. I'm going to chase with my archers, but I'm not going to let my archers get too far away that my Cav can't support them in case they get charged. And you can see his His foot units in the back are charging at my main body of infantry, but those are his noble riders running away from my Thessalian cav. And I got my archers shooting at his Germanic scout riders. But my Thessalian cav is very severely depleted after that big fight with his noble riders, and getting shot by his scout riders. And in the distance, you can see my phalanx is going to engage his swords. And watch this weird thing here. I put my guys into phalanx. For some reason, they turned around. As you can see, they turned around, and they're facing the wrong way. I did not tell them to do that, but they just did it. Like, when I had my guys moving, then I stopped them all. I hit the cancel order. When I had dropped the phalanx, all of them were facing the right way except for that one unit. So I will quickly lose 2 units right there. One of them was actually facing the right way, so now I'm losing 3 units now. As you can see, their units are blinking. So those are my frontline regular pikemen units. So I'm going to bring up my reserves of thorax pikes. I got my better pikes in the back. I'm going to push them up to contain this onslaught of Suebi warriors. So the pikes come down, and it's going to stop them in their tracks. And you can see I'm losing my cav in the very back, right here. See? Here's a close-up. So I lose all my Thessalian cav. He has a unit of noble riders, and he has all of his scout riders still. And he's going to charge right at my regular archers. I'm sure he's been waiting this for a while. Getting shot by my archers, and my archers are just regular. They won't be able to stand up to that charge right there. So I'm going to lose all my archers here. Very unfortunate. But I was happy that at least my infantry was engaged with his infantry. As you can see. So I went pike heavy with this formation, with this army, just because I want to experiment. Like, I think using a mix of swords and pikes it's a good idea, but it could backfire. I think going pure pikes with maybe that one unit of swords might be a different idea, in case your opponent spams like swords. I don't know. I'm still tinkering with it. It's my prototype hero build. That's what I'm calling it. Anyways, on the very right, you can see my unit of pikes are going to get swarmed from all sides by all these Suebi warriors. These are just regular pikemen, so they don't have the morale or the skills to last too long in this kind of fight. But the fight in the middle and on the left it's going a little bit more my way. But you can see the balance bar does not like me at all. But there is a blinking Suebi unit, which stopped blinking. Now it's back in the fight. He's going to pull his units back. He sees the success on this wing right here, so he's going to pull back and consolidate the gains that he's had. And he also has his longbow hunters now. They're just shooting at my guys. I was not very pleased with this. I wanted to at least kill his hunters, his longbow hunters. So I put my guys into phalanx. I kill a few horses, I think. Maybe I not. So I'm going to send my Royal Peltis unit. That's my designated hero in this army build. Hence why I call it the prototype hero build, because there is one hero unit in my army. It's not going to be a hero in this fight, though. So I'm going to charge after those archers, just scare them away from my phalanx. I just don't want them shooting at my phalanx as I engage his main body of infantry. I'm about to get charged from behind by his cav. But my Royal Peltis are pretty healthy. His cav is not, so they're actually going to get killed running my Royal Peltis in the back. So he's going to charge again at my phalanx units. You can see that big... There's like 2 giant clumps of infantry caving in on my phalanx. So I'm going to respond kind of late. I'm going to move my phalanx into position, like my remaining phalanx troops, just to contain his onslaught. And you can see my general is getting slightly closer to his longbow hunters. But the fact is, I won't be able to catch him if he doesn't want to be caught. And I'm losing this unit of pikemen over here. But I do have another unit of pikes containing them, and I got one extra unit coming to help assist. So it's not just 1 against 5. So that'll be 2 against 5. This is my containment flank now. Over in the middle, I'm trying to get some surrounding action on him. I have 3 sides boxed in here. He still has an escape route out the back, as you can see. Actually, it's kind of not even 3 ways, it's more like 2 ways. But I pulled my general back, seeing that I couldn't chase his archers and kill him. I pulled back and tried to get a nice rear charge on the right flank right there. You see that? As I come in, I tried to chase his foot units there. Try to stop them from retreating. I'm still getting shot by his archers though. But when I do that, it stops the rest of his army. His army sees that he's being chased down, so he pulls back all of his troops, all of his infantry. So he's going to come in for another onslaught with his Suebi foot units. So that's good. It was actually good action. Even though my general is very much in danger right now, I'm in danger of losing my general, I stopped his army from running away, from kiting away. And I have one extra unit right there. I'm going to have him chase after his archers. Not to kill them. I don't really hope to catch him. But I just want to push his archers away from this infantry fight. Meanwhile, I'm sitting in 2 units behind his Suebi infantry body. I want to prevent him from kiting again. From, just pulling back when he feels like it. Because in the previous engagements, he simply just pulled out. And you can see my pikes that were chasing after his archers are getting, they're starting to be shattered right there. They're losing. But that's a sideshow. What matters here is the infantry fight in the center. And I'm about to close this noose on him. But those are my regular pikemen. Just got killed. They will no longer be useful for the Macedonian cause. But again, as I said, that was a sideshow. This is where the main fight is. This is my phalanx. Just putting its fingers in a grip all over his main body of Suebi warriors. Even his generals there. I don't think the Suebi will do too well against me without their general. He's launching some rear charges, but with a very scant amount of horses, so they're actually going to kill themselves charging into the backs of my pikes in that situation. There's some berserkers coming in from the right, as you can see. But there's some lovely rowdying Suebi flags there. There's a bunch of them. There's 5 flags wavering for the Suebi. Now there's 6. One of them is his general. He just lost a few. Lost another one. Here's a close-up of the action. Getting stabbed by all my sarissas right there. That is not a pretty place for Suebi warriors. And pretty much anything in that pocket is going to be enveloped and just devoured. His berserkers will live. These guys, they'll live for a while. They're very brave. But they're not making too much of a dent in my troops. Some good close-up action. That's what I like about cinematics. I can show close-ups. And it's not too abrupt when I do it. He still has his longbow hunters on the outside, shooting at my guys. But at this point, I don't think there's enough longbow hunters to turn the tide. So I'm going to peel off 2 of my phalanx units to chase after his longbow hunters, and 2 to deal with this very diminished unit of berserkers who have lost control, as you can see by their banner. See that? That is the symbol for out of control. Lost their minds. They are cray-cray. And my phalanx are chasing after his longbow hunters, and that's going to cause his hunters to break. They have no more morale, no more support, so they will leave the battlefield without fighting anymore. And his berserkers will fight to the last man. I wanted to show close-ups of the berserkers, but I also wanted to show the archers, so I stayed with this overhead right here. So, there you go. His berserkers are dead, and his archers will be gone too. So it was a costly victory for Macedon. So that was a quick look at my my prototype hero build. I'm still planning to tweak it, but I liked having a lot of phalanx units for Macedon, and having one hero unit, which would be a row of peltas. Minimal cav and minimal skirmish. I might even do away with skirmish depending on how I feel and on the faction matchup. But that is my hero build prototype. I still plan to refine it. Anyways, good game to verDAMmter. Hope you guys enjoyed this battle as Macedon versus Suebi.